Hey guys, so happy Friday, first day of December, so that's great, and day 5 of the anxiety treatment center. And today was it was actually really good, and I was able to talk to some of the other people here, like in group, and I don't know, it's just really good to know there's other people out there to relate to and know that you're not alone. So yeah, but I just got out because I was running late this morning, so I couldn't video. But yeah, I just wanted to share that with you guys. And yeah, it's a really good place. So if you guys ever need it, go to the anxiety treatment center in Sacramento, and they accept tons of insurance. But yeah, I'm already feeling better, and it's I just finished my first week, and I think it's 4 to 6 weeks, so I think I'm probably 4 since I'm going 5 days a week. But yeah, anyways, bye. Okay, so I just got my drink, which I'm happy about. I honestly I shouldn't drink caffeine with anxiety, so I'm working on getting decaf, but I was tired, so I got a quad latte. But yeah, if you have anxiety and you drink a lot of coffee, or just caffeine, if you have a lot of caffeine, tip stop, or at least start by refraining from a lot coffee. My rule is no caffeine after 2, so if I do get a coffee, it has to be decaf. So yeah, bye. I feel like this is really up close, but anyway, sorry to cut that short. If you saw that dog, that's not mine, that's my neighbor's, and all the gates were closed. I think we have packages, so I'm guessing that somehow Skippy, he got out of his yard, and then oops, that's weird lighting, and when the delivery truck came, maybe they thought he was ours. He might have been just looking. I was actually just thinking of my dog, who I didn't see her this morning. So today was good. I'm thinking after this excerpt, I'm gonna come up with something to make this video a little bit more interesting. And I'm debating whether, along with anxiety stuff, something fun, or a fun activity that will teach you about it, but that's not so boring and just me talking, because I feel that gets super boring, repetitive, and it's just hard to listen to. So yeah. Anyways, see you guys in a sec. Okay, so I figured out what to do, and I'm going to take the word anxiety. Okay, we're going to take the word anxiety, and for each of the 7 letters, I'm going to come up with a word that resonates me having to do with anxiety. And I'll do a short explanation, and perhaps it will resonate with you too. So, first, A. Now, anxiety, A, I have to put anxious. Okay? I mean, that's basically my go-to word to describe how I'm feeling. Anxious, oh, you just have all these nerves and you're just really on edge. Okay, N. Nervous, definitely. That's what I was just saying, nerves, you're nervous, you're worrying, you're ooh, this just doesn't feel right. It's almost maybe for most people leading up to a speech or a big test. And you can have that with anxiety. For me, it's basically that feeling, but all the time. Okay, now we have X. Now I couldn't find a word that started with X that I thought was right, but I found one with X in it, and I put vexed. Annoyed, irritable, and I find that, when I was anxious, I was always you know, on edge. Little things could upset me, and I just found out I was in a bad mood and I was a little bit irritable and kind of like annoyed. Just because I was feeling so much and I was so like scared and tense that it was easy for me to like get worked up. For I, this resonated with me. I put, sorry if you can't see it, isolated. Anxiety, for me, it made me kind of draw away. I was scared to go to a lot of things, so I just stopped going. And you just sometimes feel alone, and too, like, you feel like you're the only one going through that experience, and it's hard. So yeah, okay, so for E, I put escape. Definitely relate to this one. I always wanted to escape any situation where I felt anxious and overwhelmed. And I also felt anxious in a place where I felt that I couldn't escape. Okay, T. Terrified. If you're having a panic attack or you're so full of anxiety, I mean, you are terrified. I know I was terrified that I was dying during panic attacks. I'm like, for sure, end of the world, I'm dying. Or, I have this weird head tingling. Tumor. Terrifying. Tumor. T for tumor. Tumor. Okay. And for the final one, why, I put you. And let me explain. Anxiety is all down to you. It's what you are feeling. It's what your mind is telling you. All these fears are created by you, and they can be stopped by you. Okay, so for the second part, I thought instead of being so negative with anxiety, I was going to make each one of these into something positive, a positive word that I either resonate with or something positive maybe that anxiety says about you or something you can do. You know, to look at it in a positive way, because if you always fight your anxiety or try to just ignore it, it's never going to get better, because anxiety is a part of you and it can be helpful and useful at sometimes, so you have to acknowledge it. And if you learn to acknowledge your anxiety and learn about it, it's going to be way easier to know how to deal with it. So, for anxious, I am going to cross out anxious and I am putting down this. Acceptance. I was trying to not say that, but really your anxiety, you have to learn to accept it, because it will never fully go away. So in order to accept it, that's how you can really learn to live with it. If you're always fighting it, it's always going to be an inner battle. But if you learn to accept it, you can then learn to diminish it and how to deal with it. Okay. For N, for instead of nervous, now this is a pretty short word, but it really defines someone with anxiety. Most people. Nice. People with anxiety are some of the nicest people. They're so kind and caring. And so anyone with anxiety, I just want to say that, I mean, you guys are so nice, so kind. But yeah, okay, so for X, vexed, again, I couldn't find a word that started with X, so, and sorry these words are like kind of small, but, so, excited. I want you guys to get excited about your anxiety, okay? I want you guys to get excited to feel better and do things to really improve it. if you can be like excited about it, excited to really learn to deal with it and cope with it, then it's gonna make things so much easier, rather than if you're just like, oh, I hate this, I don't wanna, it's too much work, ew, it's gonna be hard. That just doesn't work, so be excited about it. Okay, isolated, I don't like that word, so we're gonna fix it, and instead of, oops, isolated, we are going to put, and I know I'm taking forever to write these, but I basically have to write them, but okay, I kind of just messed this up, but, I need to rewrite it again. Sorry. I was like trying to talk and write. I have to write them backwards so you can read it. So I'm going to try not to talk. Okay. So for instead of isolated, I put insightful. Having anxiety is super insightful. Like, you learn so much about yourself. And like me, I went through, you know, I went from living a pretty normal life to all of a sudden it went downhill, and I'm learning, like, wow, I'm becoming so much more like self-aware. I'm learning so much about myself and my feelings, and yeah, it's just really insightful. And like, I think that after I get out of this, I'm gonna come out like just like a better person. Okay, E. So instead of escape, another word to describe those with anxiety. Ooh, empathic. So, I feel people with anxiety, and me, you can really, you're super, you know, empathic. You know, so like if someone else is going through the same thing or some kind of hardships, you're really able to relate and put yourself in their shoes, because you know what it's like to go through something that's hard. And just so many good people are empathic. Like, it's a great trait to have. Okay, T. Okay, not terrified. Let's switch this. Okay. Okay, I think I spelled that right. Treatable. Anxiety is 100% treatable. Medications can help, but it can really be treated by you. Changing your thoughts, being exposed to your fears and conquering them, that can help your anxiety so much, because most people avoid. Oh, I should have put that for A, avoid it. So many people avoid where they get anxious, and that just makes it a bigger deal, so your anxiety grows. And last but not least, why? Now, I kept it for you. I kept you because, like I said, only you can fix your anxiety. Okay? You have the control to do it. You can do it. Like, honestly, some people are like, oh, I need medication, or it's too hard, I can't do it, can someone else help me, or someone else is the cause. But no, it's you. It's your thoughts, your fears, your emotions, and you can change that all around. So yeah, anyways, that was my little activity. I thought it was like fun. I was gonna say interactive, but like not really, because I was doing it. But I hope that helped. Okay, bye guys, thanks for watching.